Greetings, everyone. Welcome, one and all, depending where you are joining me from in the world. My name is Naa Amerley Asante-Armar, and welcome to Real Talk, the Women in Political Leadership series, streaming live from Ghana in West Africa, and also hopefully streaming from Kenya. So, where are you joining me from in the world? If you can just take 5 seconds and drop me a comment and let me know where you are, where you're based, even if you're not from that country, that's awesome. If you can also do me a favor and subscribe to the channel, the platform that you are on now, or both of them, be that Power to Our Mothers Foundation Africa and Speak Up and Empower. So if this is your first time to this program, Real Talks that we speak on to Power to Our Mothers Foundation Africa, really they're just very, I'd say, informed conversations. And this particular one that you are watching now for the Women in Political Leadership series is all about talking to mothers and mother figures, aka women, about politics, why there's an underrepresentation of women in politics, considering that women make up the majority of the global population, how we can change that fact, and how we can encourage more women to enter into politics. So thank you for joining us today, whether you're watching on live or on replay. You can hashtag replay if you catch us on the rerun. So our partner, Speak Up and Empower, and Speak Up and Empower Africa, is an online, heart-centered, community-based organization, originally in Canada, spreading out across the world. And its whole purpose is to bring together or form communities of businesses, individuals, to help create relationships, and really form a foundation of people who just want to make the world a better place by helping people to make their dreams come true. I'm a co-founder of Power to Our Mothers Foundation Africa, and our mission is working with women and girls to empower themselves, because we say that we can't do the empowerment for you. So helping women and girls to empower themselves to on multiple levels, physically, practically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, so that once they thrive, their nations thrive. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Hopefully and shortly, we are to be joined by our special guest, Ms. Sasha Spice Mbote from Kenya. And I'm looking forward to you meeting her all. Fantastic young woman doing amazing things. She is a Kenyan activist and has aspirations of one day becoming the president of Kenya. So while we wait for her, please do, like I said, let me know where you are joining us from in the world. And what do you think? I mean, do you think that we should leave, that we, being the women, we should leave politics to the men as we are in the current state? Or do you think it's high time that we too, we women, we stepped up and we took our position in politics at each and every level, not just running countries, at the entry level, if you like, and all the way through? Do you believe the stigma is true that politics is a dirty game? So definitely it's not for us, the women. We should leave it to the men. We've had a number of fantastic guests over the series, over the period, sharing that with you, and basically that, well, no, we do need more women at the table. We need more women in politics. Why? Because politics is life. And last time we checked, women were very much part of life. As I said, statistically, we make up the majority of the global population. So surely where decisions are being made, then surely women should be there so that we have a very balanced view of the things that impact us all. So yeah, let me know what it is that you think. Please bear with me. I think our guest is trying to join us from Kenya. It is also her birthday, so perhaps not the best timing. We can wish her happy birthday if we actually get to see her this evening. but I did want her to share with us the fact that, you know, she has met she's had the privilege of meeting a number of leaders, including the wonderful Madame Samia Suluhu Hassan, the current president of Tanzania, first female president in East Africa. That's not playing just a ceremonial role. So that's exciting. So, like I said, I hope she will be joining us shortly, and so we can get into that. And there you go.
You know how many I've picked up school. But
virtual welcome, Sister Sashona. How are you doing?
I'm good, yeah, and you?
We can see you're out enjoying your birthday. I'm not sure that I can hear you though.
Yeah, it's my birthday. I was like, why did I accept to do this interview today?
Please bear with us. Is your sound all the way up?
What?
So, I call her Sister Sashona or Sasha. She's celebrating her birthday today, so let's wish her a happy birthday. Try again. Let me see if I can hear you.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
No. Apologies. I don't know what's happening.
What?
Oh, yes.
Can you hear me now?
No. Let's see. We'll try a few more minutes, see if there's anything else you can do. Otherwise, we may have to have Ms. Mbote, Sister Sashona, back with us to share. I was saying that it would be wonderful for you to share of your experiences of meeting these different leaders, especially since you have had the privilege of meeting Madam Samia Suluhu Hassan. But apologies. Let's see if we can get her connected. That's exciting. The other thing we wanted to speak about today, at the title or the theme today, is about the skillfully unemployed. So really did want to hear from Ms. Mbote about that. You may say, but how can you be skillful and unemployed? Apparently, it's not an uncommon thing. Thank you to you all still joining the platform. Welcome, Sister Rebecca. Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Sister Rebecca, are you saying that you can hear Sister Sashona? Maybe it's just the
Mute alafu nienje. Exactly, and it's not. Beleni now.
It may just be. Sister Rebecca, can you hear Sister Sashona speaking? Sorry, audience, please bear with me. Because the video is fine, we can see you. I just can't hear anything.
Okay, I can hear you, but you can't hear me. But I can hear you clearly. You still can't hear me. I can hear you.
Okay, so let's just leave a bit of time because I understand that we can hear you. I can hardly hear you. So, Sister Sashona, thank you for spending the time with us. I know you're out for your birthday, so I'm going to let's do this a little bit differently. I'd love to just open the floor for you then, just to introduce yourself. I haven't let the audience know that you are also, apart from being a Kenyan activist and an aspirant to become the president of Kenya, that you also have your own business, Sasha Spice Africa. So can you please tell the audience a little bit about yourself and what it's been like having the privilege of meeting this various leaders.
Oh, okay. So my name is Sasha Spice Mbote. I'm from Kenya, born and bred in Kenya, but I've been traveling in Africa for the last 10 years, and I've been working here and there. So yeah, because of my travels in Africa, I saw the need to empower the girl child of Africa. And through what I do, that's how sometimes because of my job in the spy industry, I've managed to meet a few great African leaders, and I've learned a lot from them. And I want to be the change that I want to see in my country, Kenya, and also in the African continent. So that's why I am empowering the girls. So I hope that's a brief introduction of myself. And you've asked me about being an aspirant, a presidential aspirant. I started to say it like a joke, but as I keep on igniting my activism, I keep on finding myself that I truly want to do it. Although my dad doesn't want me to venture into politics, because at home it can be quite dangerous, but I think it's a calling, and I'm going to fight. I'm going to fight for it.
Fantastic. Yes, I too was warned not to get into politics, but how can we not do so when when we look at the data, the fact that there are more women, even if it's 1% in the world than there are men, then surely if we're not involved, then we're not playing our part. Would you agree?
Exactly. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, that's true. Because if you look at our parliament in Africa, basically, okay, it's all over the world. Women are marginalized all over the world. But at least in some countries like America, women have a few rights more than we have here in Africa. Like you see, a lot of the reason I started to empower the girl child of Africa is because a lot of young girls are left pregnant and abandoned. And we don't have laws to protect these women. But at least in America, they can fight for child support. I know it's not as good as it's supposed to be. It's not as beneficial as it's supposed to be, but it's still something. It's still something, and we need this for our African girls. We need to fight for laws that protect women. Sometimes I tend to ask, okay, I might sound rude, but sometimes I tend to ask, why are condoms free, but sanitary towels are being sold? Menstruation is not something that you can withhold, but sex is a choice.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, when you say it sounds so obvious. However, that's the situation that we have. It's the same in the UK. I'm sure it's the same here in Ghana, and that tells you that we have to change. We have to be a part of the discussion. There's a joke here that says that we in Ghana, we won't get many more, if any more, public toilets until women are the ones who are leading, because we are the ones that need them. So practical things like this. So please tell me. We've had a conversation offline, and I know you're quite passionate about this issue about people being skillful yet they're unemployed. So tell me a bit about why is it that you think, or why that is a problem where you are, or generally across Africa, if you see that.
I think this problem is an African problem. So, sorry about that.
That's okay.
So yeah. So I'm very sorry that this is happening when I'm in a public place.
That's okay. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah. So I think our biggest problem in Africa is that we are brainwashed and indoctrinated. And when you speak about these things, sometimes you're called a devil worshiper. I'm not a devil worshiper, but I thank God that as I was growing up, I started to question some things, and some things were not adding up. Like when we were going to school, like you will be told, if you don't study hard, you're just going to be a farmer. So you grow up with the mentality thinking that farming is something stupid.
Yes.
Very important. So and the same people, the colonizers who taught us this, are the ones who took those farms, are the ones who are plowing those farms, are the ones who are exporting our things, our farm produce. you see it now, a lot of youth don't have jobs because I say in Africa, our education system is part of the colonization. It was part of brainwashing us. Because why do we have a certificate, diplomas, degrees, PhDs, but we don't have jobs? And then we have been brainwashed to think that if I am a carpenter, I'm lesser of a human being than a doctor, you know? While
Absolutely.
what Africa really needs, if we are going to be able to, how do I put it? If we are going to be able to redeem this continent, we need to start focusing on skills. And I always say skills is the way forward. Like for me, I have done a lot of courses, I have enough diplomas, but believe me, what I'm doing now, it's the spa industry. I got that job. Okay, fine. I did my diplomas for beauty and cosmetology and all that. But I got this job because it is something that I can do with my hands.
Yeah.
All those other courses that I did, air ticketing, you know, like I was supposed to be a cabin crew. Then when you go to look for the job, they tell you that you're short, you know, and you wonder, why did you waste my 4 years? Why did you take my school fees for 4 years? Well, if you knew I was short, you are going to disqualify me after I have graduated and tell me that my height, you know, why did you take my money? Why did you waste my years? You understand? So at the end of it, I ended up now focusing with beauty because it was something that I can do with my hands. And this is something that I want to tell the youth of Africa. Stop choosing jobs. Yeah, stop choosing jobs. Actually, the dirty jobs, that is where the money is. What you are taught, what you are brainwashed to think that is dirty, like farming, being a carpenter, tailors, that is where the money is.
Absolutely. And I would add, not only is that where the money is, they are the things that underpin, like they are fundamentals. As in, you're saying that farming is, you know, like some trivial minor job. Our food is essential to everything that we do. Like you were saying, you're talking about the importation, exportation. We don't control the quality of the food that we can consume. So actually, our farmers, they should be billionaires. But we, like you say, we've been brainwashed, or we've been turned away from doing the very things that we need to do. So I think that's so important.
Yes, but as much as also as our farmers are very hardworking. When I look back, when I was a child, I see my grandfather was very, very rich because he was selling coffee to the government and tea. But then we started to get leaders who do not have a vision, people who don't love this continent, people who behave like I'm in a public platform. I don't want to get angry and use the wrong words. But for me, the way they have been trading this continent, I see it's like prostitution.
Sure.
They sell us short, you know? They sell us short. Like in Kenya, we had those places where when I was a child, you would take the tea and then my grandfather would get the bonus and everything. Then these greedy people started taking that money, starts to be delayed and everything. My grandfather, by the time my grandfather passed on, it reached a point where my grandmother started using the tea trees. They turned them into firewood because it's not paying you. So it's better you just do away with it. You understand? And then the exploitation of Africa. We have the best coffee, we have the best tea, but then it's being sold abroad for very good money, but our farmers are exploited. They are not getting that money. So even if it was you will give up. So our leadership is our main problem in this continent.
Okay, so clearly you are on the way to changing that. We have one of our viewers who's saying, oh, who's very interested in connecting with you. Whether it's like who goes forward and who becomes the running mate. But it's great that we have more women stepping up to lead the country. We definitely need the balance of the energy. So I can't let you leave without telling us a little bit about, you know, how it was meeting Mama Samia, Madam Samia Suluhu Hassan, and some of the other leaders. What was that like for you?
It was magical. It was magical for me because I met her when she was the vice president. And I am so proudly African. Before I'm a Kenyan, I'm African. So when she was chosen as a vice president, actually she's the first vice president in East Africa, the first one as a woman, you know?
Yeah.
And I started to see like, oh my gosh, we are getting there slowly but surely. And may God rest the late John Pombe Magufuli. May he rest in peace because he chose her, you know, he believed in her.
Exactly.
He believed in her. And today she's the president. So when I met her, it was very brief. But I believe in the power of the universe. So when I was even shaking her hand, I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm also gonna fight and I'm also gonna get there someday, somehow, because African women can do it. And you have said that women are starting to do it. Women are not starting to do anything in this world. Women have been leaders since the beginning of time. Look at many broken homes. It is the mother that goes out of her way to borrow money, to do anything to make sure that the children have gone to school. A lot of us, a lot of African families, they only have a father figure as a family portrait so that the community can say there was a father. But majority of us know we went to school because our mothers went out of their way, while our fathers were out there drinking all the money. You get what I'm saying? So women have not started doing anything. Women have been doing it since the beginning of time. It's only that patriarchy did not give them a chance. But you know what? Even God is tired. He has said, you know what? I gave you manpower, but you use that power to oppress women. Now you will know that I am the one who makes the shot, and women are going to rule this one. There is that song in the Jamaican song they were saying, they say women we rule this world in time to come. It is here, it is now, it is with us, and we are going to make sure. The reason I empower girls is because a lot of our people sell their votes in Africa because you have been oppressed, you don't have electricity, you don't have school fees for your children, you don't have rent, you don't have a job. So even if it's me and a politician is coming here to give me food, I'm going to sell my votes.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
I'm going to sell my votes. But the reason I empower our people with skills, it's because I want, when politicians come with free cooking oil, our people will be so busy working to even make it to the ballot box.
Yeah. So would you say it's sometimes without making excuses, but it's like desperation is real, as in when people are really in a bad place, they don't, you know, so they can be bought, they can anything. Would you say?
Yes, yeah, exactly. Yeah, when you're hungry and somebody is giving you food, you will take the food. You won't care that this is what or what, you know. You will take the food. But when you teach someone how to fish, you have saved them for life. But our politicians like to give us handouts because they know people who are oppressed, people who don't have power, will always worship you.
Yeah. Very true. Very true. My sister, I thank you so much for joining us today. Can I ask you what if you have any final words for the viewers, especially, I think you've already said plenty in terms of encouraging our fellow women to join, but anything you want to say about why our women, we do really need to step into this area more of activism or politics?
Like I said, because women are the foundation of everything in this world. If we can go back to how our grandfathers used to, they used to respect women. Even if they wanted to marry a second wife, they had to get consent from the first wife. Actually, the first wife is the one who used to choose the second wife for the husband. Women had power then. When African men were going for war, they could not do anything unless they consult the women. And that's why we had kingdoms all over Africa. We had kingdoms here in Africa. So if we are ever going, there is a saying we say in Swahili, it's mwacha mila ni mtumwa. Anyone who abandons their tradition is a slave. Africa is a slave because we abandoned our own languages, our own traditions, our own cultures to adapt things that are not ours, you know. So it's a high time that we also started teaching in our schools about our real history, because our whole life is a lie. Our whole life is a lie. So if we have all the resources, our people are educated, but if the eyes are useless when the mind is blind.
Yes.
So what Africa needs is education, and it's not the colonial education, the real education. If a Chinese can come here to do infrastructure in my country without speaking a word in English, why can't we focus? Because the future of this continent will belong to technology and agriculture. But you see now, we abandoned agriculture completely. So we need to revive this thing. We need to empower more girls. We need to educate women. We need to educate women that this is my body. Like now, I just turned 41. People will tell me, oh, you're useless without a husband and children. But at the end of the day, if like I get divorced and I have children to feed, the same people are the ones who are going to say, who told her to give birth like a rat? We first need to teach women to love themselves, to choose themselves, and to know that choices have consequences. Choices have consequences. Once we teach women to love themselves, we are going to deliver the whole world, not even Africa. We are going to deliver the whole world. Women have been brainwashed. Women have been oppressed to think that if you're like this, if you dress like this, if you do this, you are lesser of a person. We need to give women back their power, and we are going to save and deliver the whole world.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us today. We send you our wishes for your birthday. You know, may you have a wonderful rest of the evening and year, and hopefully we'll have you back on another time where you can relax and share with us. But thank you again for joining us, Sister Sashona. All the best. All the best to you until the next time. And thank you for the viewers, whether you're watching live or on replay. Please do share the broadcast. You never know who can positively benefit from hearing this information. We need to put the call out to the women to step up in this area. It's high time. So thank you, everyone. See you same time next week, 6 p.m. GMT. For Women in Political Leadership series. Thank you. Good evening. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye, Sister Shona. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.